The man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students is due in a Pennsylvania courtroom today. Bryan Kohberger is expected to not fight his extradition to Idaho, and he could be brought back within 72 hours to face charges. So for more on this, I want to bring in CBS News correspondent Danya Bacchus, who's covering this for us from Moscow, Idaho, where the students were killed. So let's get into it. We've got an extradition hearing today. If he waives extradition, then what does that mean for the case moving forward?
Good morning, Anne Marie. If he waives extradition today, that basically means that it will expedite the process of him making an appearance in an Idaho courtroom. Right now, we do not exactly know the timing of what that would look like, meaning once that extradition hearing happens this afternoon, then of course there's some paperwork that has to take place, we've been told by authorities, and then the process of transporting Kohberger from Pennsylvania to Idaho will begin. But again, we don't know the timing of that, when he's expected to arrive here in Idaho, and once he gets here, he will make an appearance in a courtroom, apparently will be served with an arrest warrant, and we will know and learn more about what evidence investigators and police had to make the arrest of Kohberger.
So, investigators had been looking for any connection that the suspect had to the killings, and maybe we'll find out during this hearing what they've been sort of uncovering. Of course, looking for a motive as well. Do we have sort of any indication as to whether or not there was a connection or what a motive might be?
Right now, we do not have any indication of a motive or whether he knew the victims. Like you mentioned, we're hoping that that probable cause affidavit will actually release that information. As a matter of fact, when investigators here and police held a news conference on Friday afternoon, they pretty much let us know that once that document is unsealed, that we will learn more information about the case. And of course, we had a lot of questions for them in trying to figure out a motive. What led them to Kohberger? Did he know the suspects? Right now, they do tell us that they are combing through his life, trying to put together the pieces about who he is. And they've actually been asking for information from people who know him. Even after the arrest, they said that the investigation is not over, asking for the public to call in with tips. And they said within the first hour of asking the public for help and learning more information about Kohberger, that they actually received hundreds of tips. So it will be very interesting once that probable cause affidavit is unsealed, and of course, once investigators are able to speak a little bit more freely about what it is that led them to Kohberger.
Yeah, I, for one, will be watching that closely. I think a lot of people have many questions. Danya, thank you very much.